All right, welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi Show. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to DeanBodi Show. Listen, DeanBodi.com is the website. We got the links on there. I want to get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. The other link will get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show. YouTube channel. What's going on? Let's get this show kicked off on the right foot. And those of you that know the words, sing along. Who's the good girl? Good girl, Bodie. Good girl. Good girl, Bodie. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. Bodie hotline, fun line. Call the Bodie line. Say something nice to Bodie. She's waiting for you. Waiting for your call. Manning the phones as she does. Sing your Zippity Doodah song. We'll sing it with you. Say your name, where you're from. We'll make it a feature on the show. Let's have some fun. Let's go to Goofy Road. Let's make a right turn on Wacko Avenue. And let's pull over there into Wackadoo Park and hang out for a while. That's where we're going to be. That's where you need to be. That's where we're going to do it. Bodie's the greatest. Bodie's getting stronger by the day. Bodie is doing her thing right now. She's taking a little nap while I'm doing the DeanBodi Show. Hey, man. So that being said, I hope you're having a great day out there. The numbers are going up all the time. Don't forget to click the like, subscribe button. Ring that notification bell so you get notified on all the shows. You don't want to miss any of these episodes. We got a lot going on over here. Hey, went for a walk today with Bodie. Went around the neighborhood with Bodie. We hung out a little bit under the shady tree. We got to keep the walks. As hard as it is for Bodie not to want to go on a long walk, I got to kind of tame her down because she's doing her thing. I don't think she wants to let me know that she's got that shoulder injury, that sprained strain. She wants to be herself. At the same time, we're kind of going through this rehab. You got to kind of calm it down a little bit by not walking too much, watching when she steps off the curb, when she gets excited, when she sees somebody that she knows in the neighborhood, wants to say hello, then she jumps up and wants to kiss people on the nose and sees a friend over there, sees a squirrel run across the grass over there, sees a moth could be flying by, and over her head, she's going to jump in the air and try to eat it. Bodie can snatch out some dragonflies right out of the air like nobody's business. She's the dragonfly slayer, and look out, dragonflies. You don't want to be around with Bodie because she's coming after you. So you want to watch all these things because you don't want her to re-injure herself. What I'm thinking that the more I think about this with Bodie, sprain, strain, 6-8 week soft tissue injury, as we're calling it, let me see. This Monday is going to be like week 5. And the doc's got her on an anti-inflammatory and all these things going on to help her with, she can't talk and say this hurts, but you can tell that it's uncomfortable. You can see a little catch in her gait when she's moving around. It's not stable as it should be. Some animals that they have a really bad injury, they got to crate them so they don't run around too much. And they got to put some kind of brace on it. I mean, it can be very, very tricky when it comes to what they want to do and what they really should not be doing. So I'm really trying to keep my eye on it the best that I can. We're in a new kind of environment too. But, we used to walk around here, even when we were in the old apartment, we're just, I don't know how many, 4 or 5 blocks really around the corner. We'd walk over here where we are now and no problem. We do it all the time on our long walks around the neighborhood. And there's divots in the ground and there's this. And over here in Texas, you get these little mini earthquakes underneath. And you see all these cracks in the roads. It's ridiculous. It's like the repairs are never there. Always this little patch up, and you'll see the trucks with the tar and the guy behind it and just filling in the cracks like you're doing some kind of caulking repair job on the road. Not going to do it. And then every now and then they'll repave the road and it's like, wow, look at that. And then you got all these hot rod guys around you. Everybody wants one of these Dodge Challenger things, and they're going to do donuts in the new road, and they're going to peel out in the new road and ruin the nice road. And some people just don't care. They don't respect the niceness. Don't you want to have a nice, clean environment? Why do you want to ruin it and your vibe and all that stuff? I don't really get it, but when I was their age, I get it. So anyways, it is one of those things as you get older, you get a little bit more cranky about stuff. But, that being said, back to the Bodhi thing, you want to watch how she's moving around. You want to make sure she doesn't step in a crevice, step off a curb wrong. You ever do that by just yourself? You're walking, you step off the curb wrong, and you jam that hip, and you're like, man, I didn't see that coming. So when she's looking around and moving around and looking behind her and she's still walking while she's looking, she could step off and re-injure. This happened years ago at the dog park. And she used to love messing with the big dogs and causing a little trouble and going up behind the pit bull and give him a little push, like catch me if you can kind of thing. And she would do these helicopter spins. Man, she would have a blast. And she got along with about 98% of the dogs, but there's that 2% they're never going to get along. It's never going to happen. And we always seem to run into them. It was crazy for a while. We'd go at 5 o'clock and we'd run into them. We'd pick, okay, let's go Sunday morning early. Oh, here comes Spike again. Or let's go Tuesday afternoon. There's never going to be anybody over here Tuesday afternoon. Look who's here again. If there's follow me around this guy with the Shih Tzu and another white dog that would just sit there and do nothing, always seemed to show up every time we came. So we had to take a long break because poor Bodhi would not get along with this little black dog, no matter what. And she used to do these helicopter spins and wrestling around and roughhousing around and injured herself one time, and she was limping, and it was that left side. I remember. And I think it went maybe like a week, 10 days, and then she's strong again. But now that she's older, she weighs a little bit more now and all of that. I think that the healing is not what it used to be, or she just kind of really injured it more by stepping in, I don't know. I think she stepped in a crater and gave it a wrench and twisted a thing and has a sprained strain. But she's going to be fine. We're working with it. We're doing our thing, and I have to remind myself to not let her take me around too far so we keep things from, getting out of control or stressing out that area too much. So I love her, and I just want her to be okay. And I'm worried as her dad that, she wants her old Bodhi back. I want my old Bodhi back. And that's just the way it goes. So I'm doing my thing over here. I'm dealing with the hernia thing I got to get scheduled. I'm not stressing about it. It's no emergency. But it's there. And it's going to have to get done. And that's just the way it goes. So everything else is, my labs came back not too long ago. I had them done. Everything came back normal. Got the congratulations from the doctor. Your labs are normal. And now we got a structural thing we got to deal with. So they got to put the patch in, patch me up, and we'll be moving on to the next thing. It happens. This is life. You got to keep rolling with it. And anything with surgery is nerve-wracking. Anytime you have to go under anesthesia, I got to tell you, that's the part that makes me the most nervous, is going in under the anesthesia. Even though, wow, you wake up and it's already done, it's still, that stuff gets in your system, the anesthesia itself. And I don't know. It makes me, it's nerve-wracking. But that's the best way to do it from what I understand. And that's the way it's got to be, and this and that. Now, if he's going to do his little looky-loo and see that it's not just on the right side, but also on the left, we're going to have to get them both done. Okay, while I put Bodhi in the pet paradise for a few days, and I got to do my thing, and then we'll get her out of there. So she doesn't step and push her foot or paw into my, right into the hoo-ha and put a little zippity-doo-dah and it'll freak me out into my situation. So we got to watch everything, and that's what's going on over here, DeanBodi. Everything is going okay. The show we're having fun with. We're doing our little new set, and, that's what's going on. We have the DeanBodi Show hat. I'm going to get some of these done. It says DeanBodi Show on the front, on the back. Oh, yeah. On the front, DeanBodi Show. On the back, oh, yeah. So we got these done. I had a couple of coffee mugs done also with DeanBodi Show on it. I'm playing around with some things as I'm getting some help with the intro and all of that and the nicer thumbnails and, the caricature and trying to get maybe some help with some editing and get these videos nice and spruced up with the beginning and a little more flair and flash to bring more value to you, and it's going to be a lot more fun also. So we're excited about a lot of stuff going on over here. I can't even tell you. Keeping the gout at bay, by the way. Those of you ever suffer with the gout, it's like little knives being jabbed into your joints and you can't walk. Not good. You know what it's like when you have a gout problem? I've been okay for a while now, but man, let me tell you something. It makes you cry like a little baby. Here's the deal. Let's say you're take a boat, and the boat is your kidneys, right? And it's filled up with water that we'll call uric acid. And the boat's got a hole in it, right? And you have a little Dixie cup, and you're trying to get the uric acid out of the boat, but the hole's in the thing, and the boat is sinking. That's what's going on, and uric acid crystals get trapped in the joints, and that's kind of a crazy analogy, but you can't get the uric acid is overfloweth, and the cup runneth over, and too many high purine foods, and all of this stuff. Let me tell you, the gout diet is more strict than the diabetes diet. The gout diet is more strict than the heart disease diet. The gout diet is you do the gout diet, you're going to handle everything else. I should come up with the program. It's not just about the high purine foods. It's about all the other stuff that causes type 2 diabetes, all the stuff that causes the heart disease. It falls under the umbrella of the gout because you have to eat even cleaner when it comes to the proteins and stuff. Dude, seriously, it's coming down to eat super clean. You can't have too many of the bad things, let's just say right now, too many days in a row. In any category, anything. They say moderation is the key. Moderation, even moderation with moderation. So not too many days in a row of the sugars. Not too many days in the row of the high purine foods, right? Which is the red meats and the this kind of thing, and the cheeses, and the carbs, and the red wine, and all that stuff. Not too many or the seafood. Not too many days in a row where the cup is going to runneth over. Same with the diabetes. Same with the heart disease. So it's clean. I'm telling you, man. Going back to that bodybuilding kind of mindset with not going past 3 hours without eating up to 1 hour before bed. Get that body functioning at its best and give yourself that cheat day or treat day or cheat meal on a weekly, you're pretty much good. If you can even push it out to doing it on a monthly, you're really dialed in with the clean. But it takes some discipline. You can't have all this stuff around you because if it's around me, I'm going to town on it. And even the caffeine in the coffee, you got to put that into the weekly. I'm going to say weekly now, but if you can do the monthly, even better. But not too many days in a row of something on the list that's going to cause the flare-ups, or it's going to cause the sugar spikes, or the insulin spikes, or it's going to cause all of that stuff that's going to create the health problems, man. So if you can get the discipline to do that, you got it. And it's not as easy as it sounds, but once you get into the rhythm and you get used to doing it, it becomes autopilot. So look, and you can't have the crazy cereals like that we love and all when I was a kid. A is for apple, J is for Jacks, cinnamon toasted Apple Jacks. You need a good breakfast, that's a fact. Start it off with Apple Jacks. That's one. Then you got Honeycomb's got a big, big bite, a big, big taste with the big, big bite. Honeycomb's got a yeah, 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 a big, big taste and a big, big bite. Oh, yeah. Stuff like that, man. I miss those cereals. I love those cereals. And it makes me want to go get a box right now. And you know what? You can always balance it out. Instead of doing the cow's milk, put a little almond milk if you want to feel better about it. Maybe you can get away with a bowl, but too many days in a row of that, you're asking for trouble. Who's the good girl? Good girl, Bodie. Good girl, Bodie. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. Bodie Hotline, Fun Line. Call us. Say something nice to Bodie. She's waiting for you. Sing your Zippity Doo-Dah song. We'll sing it with you. And that's kind of how we do it. Over here, DeanBodi. The greatest. So, let me tell you something. Let me hit a couple of these puppies. Yeah! Anyways, things are cool over here. The weather's starting to cool down over here. Dallas, Texas, Irving, Texas, Las Colinas area. Oh, man. While we're talking about the weather, man, we had Hurricane Ian coming around. We got Fort Myers and Naples. I used to live down there, and I've been through a hurricane over there before when they closed the bridges down and all that stuff. They got hammered. So, prayers going out to all the families, all the people injured out there with the power outages and all these things. Me being from Florida, I totally feel for you. And hopefully everything gets back on track soon, but it's going to happen and you can't do anything about it when this thing comes wailing at you. It's crazy. So they got hit pretty bad. I guess it was almost a Cat 5, which is intense. And you can board up, you can do whatever you want. Some people just hunker down and, I don't know, man, they board themselves in the local bar and they just go for it. And you come out and everything is just flattened. It's pretty crazy. So it happens, man. Florida's got to deal with that and other places too. But every place has their thing, you know? It's almost like you want to think about where's the perfect place with the whatever. You start thinking about Hawaii. And then you got to kind of worry about having lava in the living room if you live by a volcano. You know, things like this. Or if you live up north and you got the winter storms and all of that frozen tundra and shoveling snow. Oh, man. It's always something going on. But the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the tsunamis, the avalanches, these forces of nature, listen, when they come, whether you're ready or not, it's going to do its thing. You know, the flooding and all of this stuff, man, the damage and the lives lost. Anyway, hearts and prayers going out from DeanBodi Show. Let's get back on track. You know, we'll bring it back together again and become stronger because of it. And there's only so much you can do. The Dolphins and my quarterback, Tua, got injured on Thursday Night Football against the Bengals. Speedy recovery, man. We need you back. We were 3-0. And, man, I'm telling you, you got these linebackers. They're coming at you. They're 350 whatever pounds, and they ragdoll you to the ground, and you see your fingers go into shock like that. You know it's spinal cord trauma. It's freaky. I think about when I was in Little League as a kid, how many concussions I must have had just as a 65-pound football I started. And we're banging our heads into one another. And even in the neighborhood, we're playing in the backyards with no helmets or nothing. And you put your head down into somebody's chest and you're running the ball. Man, I had my bell rung many times. The concussions must be, I don't know how many, starting at that age. A lot of us have gone through that. You don't think about it like that, but hey, that's all part of it. When you're a kid, you just kind of keep going, man. So it's wild, man. And a speedy recovery to Tua, and I'm sure he'll be back. As I saw posting on one of the Dolphin group sites that he's feeling better. And now it's just a matter of getting cleared and getting back on the practice field, and you know, hopefully. we get going. We're still up there. We're 3-1, and we'll keep moving forward. We still could have won that game, but we didn't. And hey, hope your team's doing good out there. And, you know, what can I tell you? I'm glad it's football season. So, you know, that being said, what else is going on around here, DeanBodi? We're doing our thing over here. I ordered some Outback Steakhouse the other night, Uber Eats. Man, I'm telling you right now, Outback, you're killing it with the steak, the ribeye. Yeah, speaking of high purine, the gout thing, I got away with the nice steak. It's been a while. Nice plain baked potato. What else did I have with it? Had a nice little salad with it. Okay, we had a couple bites of the cheesecake. And we took our digestive enzymes and our GI formula from Optimal Health Systems to kind of clean yourself out a little bit and give your body what it needs, the enzymes to break down these kinds of foods. Give your body something back. Give it some assistance if you're going to go a little bit off the rails. But man, was it good. And we might have to go there again tonight. But as I just said, not too many days in a row, because then you're asking for trouble. Not too many days in a row of anything. But we're coming up on 6 years clean and sober. No drinking, 6 years, October 4th. Man, it's right around the corner. And hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And once you make your mind up, I just said to myself, I don't want to be buzzed anymore. I'm going to catch a buzz off of doing DeanBodi Show. I'm going to catch a buzz by walking Bodie around the neighborhood and loving on Bodie. I'm going to catch a buzz by hanging out in Goofy Park, Wacko Avenue, and Silly Street, and we're going to do our thing there, right? Sunny day, everything's okay, on my way to where the air is clean. Can you tell me how to get DeanBodi Street? Have an awesome day. Remember, DeanBodi.com is the website. The links are on there. I want to get you over to the podcast. I want to get you over to the YouTube channel. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, we're on all of the platforms. YouTube channel, have some fun. Look at the thumbnails that we did, the caricature. Make the comments in the videos too, and let's have a little back and forth. 800-878-9698, Bodie Hotline, Fun Line. Call it. Say something nice to Bodie, a little close-up for Bodie, a little DeanBodi.com, 800-878-9698, Bodie Hotline, Fun Line, call it. Say something fun. Bodie's the greatest. Who's the good girl? Good girl Bodie. She's the best girl in the world. Have an awesome day. DeanBodi.com. Oh, yeah!